Good morning from my favorite city, Jerusalem. We are next to the old city of Jerusalem. You can see the corner of the southern wall and the northern wall of the city, and we will enter through there today to the city. But you can see a little bit of the moat that Crusaders create when they conquered the city at 12th century. The wall that you see in front of you is mostly not from ancient time. Well, according to the Americans, 16th century, it's an ancient time. But according to people who live in Israel, 16th century it was like yesterday, and that was built by the Ottomans. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent built it, and they built 7 gates, but at the end of the 19th century, the Christians already left out of the old city, and you can see some monuments of them. This is the beautiful hospice and church and hotel, Notre Dame de Sion, Notre Dame de Jerusalem. Both of them are French institutes, and they asked to open a gate, and we will enter to the gate together with everyone that are watching that video, and we're gonna celebrate the tour with a couple that became to be part of my family. They were the first one, I think, that subscribed into my YouTube channel, and I hope that you're going to do the same thing. And they're celebrating birthday. Then happy birthday, Betty, and happy birthday, EJ. This is the new gate. The last gate that was opened in the 19th century by the Ottomans, who controlled the city and the country at that time. And that was the easiest way to reach the Church of Holy Sepulchre for the Christians. This is, as you remember, the Christian quarter outside the city. Then let's enter through the new gate. And guess what? We are very, very close to Christmas time. And this is the Christian quarter. Then you can see the famous shop of Christmas in Jerusalem. At least for me, I'm buying almost everything from here. Guys, if you want to have your own crosses, your own Bible, there's so many options. Go into Buy Me a Coffee link, which is at the description of that video, the text beneath the video, attach the video, and you will find the link for it. If you won't find it, just send me a message and I will send the link for you. You will get across to your house. You will have a video in one of the places in Jerusalem. Very easy to do. You're helping me. I'm helping you because it's more than a year that I'm not working. Because of the war, the tourists are not here. And because of the war, that street, which is usually a beautiful street full of restaurants and wineries, bars more like, as you can see, it's closed. And we are getting closer to Christmas. It's about a month, something like that. An Armenian pottery, and you can actually study how to create it, and this is beautiful. In the Christian quarter, there's so many different neighborhoods. For every dominations, you will find a neighborhood for themselves. For example, today, because Betty and EJ are Catholic, we are going through the Catholic neighborhood.
Hello.
So, because there are no tourists, they are a little bit more pushy because no one buys a thing now. You can hear the muezzin calling to the Muslims to pray. All over the city, 5 times a day. And we will turn left at St. Francis Church, Street. There's so many ways to reach the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and every time I'm trying to find a different way, I want you to meet or to see the city, because a lot of you cannot reach now Israel, and a lot of you don't have the money to reach here. Then I am your legs, I am your ears and your eyes. That's the entrance to San Salvador, to the Franciscans' custody. Beautiful church. I do have a video of it. Guys, I do have more than 21,000 videos of the Holy Land, and I'm sure that you will subscribe to my channel and then start watching it. Hallelujah. They started to build a Christmas tree here. The church's bells just welcome us. And as you can see, the streets are a little bit empty. This is a very busy time if I talk about tourism, but sadly, there are no tourists. We have 4 different neighborhoods in Jerusalem. We are walking through the Christian quarter, but you can find here the Muslim quarter, which is the biggest one, the Jewish quarter, and the Armenian quarter. The last 2 are quite small, but very important. We are reaching the center of the city, and you can see that the second Christmas shop is open. My daughter is expecting me to buy her chocolate, Christmas chocolate, but don't tell her that I reach the shop. You can see a minaret here that tells you that 2 things. And first of all, that's the end of the Christian quarter and the beginning of the Muslim quarter. Secondly, it's one of 2 mosques that suffocated the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The idea is they are not to let the church to grow. There are 2 at least two masks that can actually symbolize the end and the beginning of the church. Now this is the entrance to the Muslim quarter, but we are turning right at the Christian quarter straight. And if we are reaching the church, there is a hidden gate to the entrance of the church. We call it the Arch of Virgin Mary. If you will look at that, you will see that it actually looks like a gate that looks at the entrance of the church. When the Crusader builds the new entrance that we will enter through there, until they built the church, that was the main entrance to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The entrances were sealed by the Muslims that charge every Christian before he enters through the church. And to the right, you can see the Greek Orthodox neighborhood. But we will continue to the current and the only entrance to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Well, I'm planning a short tour at the church, then let's talk about it right now. Let's start with this. There are two entrances to the two places that mark the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected. Guys, I'm not going to argue which one is the best one. I will accept every idea of yours, because if that is your belief, it's okay. That church was built in the 4th century by Saint Helen, the mother of Constantine, on the place that, according to them, was the crucifixion place. Then we will turn left here to the church through St. Helen Road, and on the way you know that I will always stop next to the two Marys. One of them is Mary of the Church of the Nativity. Look at the beautiful icon, and you can see that she is smiling. And sadly, I know that you wanted me to visit Bethlehem, but because of the war, I cannot do that. I cannot enter. But who knows? Until December, it is until Christmas, there's at least 1 month. The other one is Mary of Jerusalem. And Mary of Jerusalem is not smiling, because when she came to the temple, Saint Simon told her that a son will die in front of her eyes. It will be like a spear entering to your heart. She's easily. Then, from that moment, the mother never smiled. This is the second mask that I was talking about, Mask of Omar. According to tradition, Omar, the first Khalif after Muhammad, came to the church, and the bishop of the church told him to pray inside the church, but he said, no, if I pray inside the church, they won't. My disciples will build a mosque. Then he prayed outside the church, and here it is, the Mosque of Omar. The church is so important that not like your churches, not like your church. There's a history site beneath it, but it belongs to the Orthodox churches, including the Armenian and the Catholic. It's so nice to see people here, and it even looks like a small group of tourists. I'm a little bit jealous, but that's my life now. They are renovating the floor of the church. Then you can see that there is kind of a storeroom, and it will sound like a renovation area. And let's enter to bless the cross and to bless yourself inside the main places of the church. I do have a long videos of the church, even of more than 1 hour. Then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and then you will be able to see hundreds of videos of the church. The first thing that you can see here is that there's a barrier, and this is part of the excavation and replacing the floor of the church. But this is not the anointing stone. That is where the body of Jesus touched when they purified his body before he entered into the tomb for 3 days. The smell of the anointing oil is so strong, and Betty might tell me that you can actually smell it. I love that smell. And this is the tomb, Golgotha, so Crucifixion is upstairs, but also a local group entering the church. Then I will let them first visit it, and then we will do the tour there. You ask me if you can reach Jerusalem, then yes, you can. This is how I think the floor will be soon. They will use the same stones and will add new ones. And so they are checking it to see what will happen in the next few months. But meanwhile, as you can see, that's how it looks right now. We're heading to the tomb. Another option, and that's where they started to excavate and let me touch the new floor to say, Betty, EJ, we touched one of the first renovations of their church. This is history in process. Now, if we will go there and continue all the way to there, I will reach the first gate that you saw there, Mariam Gate. Now you know more or less where we are. And this is the place that... Ma shlomcha? Good to see you. And you will ask me, Zahi, who's that lovely person? There are 2 Muslim families that they have the key to their church, to a Christian church. They are opening the gate and closing the gate. The keys are not at the hands of the Christians because of so many reasons. One of them is, I call it ego, because I don't like that reason. If I have the key to the church, it means that it's mine and not yours. And the second thing is from the Muslim time, from Salahuddin time until the end of the Ottomans' time, the Muslims had actually control of the church and decided to open and to close the gate according to their wishes. Today it's more like a traditional thing. He's an amazing person. Then, right here, Mary Magdalene was standing. Right there, Jesus was standing on Sunday, Resurrection Day. Did you see my Lord? She said. Oh, they took out the painting that used to be here. So sad. I love that. Then this is the tomb, and you can see this is quite a long group of nuns, mostly nuns. And the tomb is not from the time of Jesus. The tomb is mostly from the 19th century because it's been destroyed so many times. And then almost nothing left from there except of the location. And it's still beautiful to see. EJ, but you know that I cannot enter with my video into the tomb, but I promise to take a video of it. To bless it inside the church. At the end of the video, I will enter to that, but to show you how a tomb used to look like the time of Jesus, and to convince you that it used to be a cemetery at the time of Jesus. That this is a rich man. Yeah, let me see if I can use the flashlight. No, it won't let me now because of the special lens that I'm using. But trust me, there are some niches there to keep the body. And the only thing that is missing here is the rolling stone. Then Jesus was buried in a tomb like that, in a garden that Joseph of Arimathea gave him. Then this is the garden of Joseph of Arimathea, and I'm sure that he built himself a tomb next to his master, because the tomb that he gave to Jesus was a virgin tomb. Oh, let's listen to that. Oh, keep on singing. I stopped. Show you the facade of the tomb. It actually includes two chapels. The first one with a candle in it, it's the angel chapel. They took care that no one will steal the body of Christ. The inner part is the tomb itself. EJ and Betty, you're blessing your mother as well. This is the Armenian chapel. If we could continue through there, we could reach then Estone, they know it is Estone, but we can't. Then we have to go all the way around, back to the Golgotha, but I will do that for you. In about 3 seconds, you will be next to the Golgotha. But on the way, I know that you really love that chapel. This is the prison of Christ. just before they crucified him inside the church. If you see how they used to tie him in the church. And Betty, I know that you know that icon of Jesus. It is beautiful. It is different. For example, here the floor will be like that. No one will touch it, because that is not a public area. The public area, they are dealing with the floor, but that place belongs to the Greek Orthodox. They're not. And about belongs to them or not, there's a lot of dilemmas, because the Catholic, for example, believes that this is their wall, and I might say that this is the wall from the 4th century church, and the Greek Orthodox believe that it's theirs, and that's why you can see some paintings here, just to tell everyone, this is mine. The comments is for you. If you have some questions, please ask me, and I will try to answer each one of it. Then we are at the Golgotha, but the lower part of it, you can see part of that stone, of the Calvary, the Crucifixion place, and that is part of Adam chapel. Wait a minute, how can we find the tomb of Adam and Eve here? Sorry, Adam chapel here? Because it was before the flood. Then according to the Christian tradition, the tomb of Adam was moved here just after the flood by God himself. You can see the creek here, because you know what's happened when Jesus died on the cross. Remember the earthquake, and a tear of blood fell to the ground and resurrected some people. According to tradition, one of them was Adam. Those benches were part of the tombs of the Crusader kings. It's not exist anymore. You can see some more tombs that used to be there. It's not exist anymore. Maybe because this is the history of the church. Beautiful place. Let's climb up to the Golgotha. Remember, it's surprise, it was crowded. Now let me jump all the way up. And as you can see, it's empty now. Let's bless the cross. This is the Catholic part. That's where they nailed Jesus to the cross. The mother, the Roman soldier, Mary Magdalene, and you can see it was outside the church. The women and John are looking at the crucifixion. Remember, the spear in the heart represents the people. Here it is. crucifixion. The Calvary is right in front of you. You can see Jesus on the cross. Look at the 4 letters, 3 languages that represents is symbolized. Jesus from Nazareth, the King of the Jews. That is the reason why the Romans crucified him. To the right, you can see John. To the left, the mother. While Jesus was on the cross, he asked John to take care of his mother. Right here, you can see the Calvary, the bedrock. We are on top of it. And that is the place that we believe was the exact spot of the crucifixion. Let's enter to the exact spot. Let me touch the bedrock of the Golgotha here. And bless you, Betty, BJ, and her mother. We are leaving the Golgotha through the Greek Orthodox chapel apart. You can see the excavation of the floor. Make sure that you can see something through there. We always try, but nothing. And this is thank you and goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want me to have you on cross, to bless you on cross and be my guest. Thank you very much. Bye.